Hello, my name's Jennifer. I am from California in Sacramento and I just had a I can never say it right, tympanomastoidectomy, whatever. It was mostly in the and I just figured out how to correctly say it. Coli, cholestia. I can't even say it. For the longest time, I've been saying it coli, and it sounds like gallbladder removal, and so it's cholesteatoma. It gets my brain boggled because I'm actually a registered nurse and I work on a post-op floor, so I get all these gallbladder removals, and I've seen many surgeries, but I have never once heard of the cholesteatoma, not once. And the only reason why I was diagnosed with it is because I've had chronic ear infections since the horrific one that I had in my early 20s. And they've just gotten worse and worse over time. And to the point where I think it was like beginning of last year, I asked my primary doctor, can I just please see another ENT doctor? Because I feel like there's something more going on, because my infections were happening more frequently and I was having a lot of drainage, like you typically get, like the brown drainage, and eardrops were the only thing that would like treat it short-term wise. So finally got to see a ENT doctor, and they did a CAT scan, only because when they tried cleaning my ear out, they got some of the cholesteatoma out of that ear sucker thing they put in your ear to try to collect earwax. And so the doctor was like, okay, I think you might have what I think you have, and here's a CAT scan. And sure enough, I did. So I had the surgery here. It was endoscopic. I didn't have to do it behind my ear, thank God, because I know that would be so much more painful. But I'm bummed because I knew in my CAT scan, it said 2 of my hearing bones were kind of being eroded, but it was mostly the incus, which is like the middle bone between the malleus and the stapes. And that's because of that, and it was mostly eroding that bone, or it was on it. He had to take it completely out, clean it, and then put it back in with grafting out, with cartilage grafted out of my ear, like that little poke cartilage here. It's weird. But I am so miserable, not necessarily from pain, but it just feels like I got water stuck in my ear and it just won't come out. And I'm like, was so droggy coming out of surgery. I can never get the answers I want from my husband, because I'm sure the doctor told me everything I would rather have heard myself, and it probably went in one ear and out the other with my husband. But basically, from my understanding, he said that, my hearing is probably going to be a little bit worse than when I came in with. And I'm assuming that means my muffled underwater hearing won't be there, but less hearing I can take. But if it constantly feels like I'm underwater, I don't know if that's completely me being deaf. I think there's a lot of gel foam packing that they have to take out, or maybe suction out, because I don't have anything but this cotton ball in it. So I'm imagining that they put a lot of that gel foam stuff that they put in to keep everything from shifting around, and they probably did it around my tympanic membrane, which would make sense why it feels like I'm underwater. But it's driving me insane. I'm at home right now by myself because my husband's at work and my kids are at school, thank God. And I'm just sitting in complete silence because it's making me less crazy just doing that. But anyways, I'm just a nervous wreck that I'm not gonna get this underwater echo feeling out of my head. And I know it probably will. But I also haven't seen many people post that they've had their incus removed and put back in either. And I've done searches high and low in the whole group comment section to see anybody's story. And no one's really, I haven't been able to find one. So if you have any answers with your success story about the incus being removed and put back in, I forget the terminology. It's interposition grafting with the incus with your own cartilage. I'd love to know what your experience is. And apparently I'm supposed to go back to work in 2 weeks, and I know my hearing's probably going to be just as bad now, and I'm a nurse, so I'm just going to be, I mean, I guess I'll use my stethoscope one-handed or something, I guess. I don't know, because I can't hear crap. And it's just going to be frustrating having to, like, have people repeat themselves left and right, and then I'm sure they're going to get frustrated because it's really frustrating having to repeat yourself. So other than that, I mean, I still want to go to work. I'm just going to be super frustrated. But this sucks, and I know I have more surgeries in the future. Even the doctor said, like, he made it sound like he's more into going in again and looking at it versus the MRI. I know that's some doctor's preference, and I'm fine with that. I just hope to God it doesn't grow back. And I'm okay with dealing with having a hearing aid if I have to. I have no shame in that. As long as I can hear and carry out everyday conversations without frustration is all I want. Anyway, thought I'd let you guys hear my sap story that you guys probably have all experienced yourself. Bye.